What's up guys, today I'm going to teach you my step-by-step wall to air dribble tutorial, which is one of the most commonly used and crucial mechanics in all of Rocket League for not only ranking up, but styling on your opponents while you do it. So let's get right into it. Now guys, remember, pause the video between steps and don't move on until you're comfortable with the current step, because each step is a prerequisite to the next. Now guys, one more thing before we move on. So go to settings, controls, view and change bindings, and scroll down until you see reset shot. You guys need to bind this to a key and be familiar with what key this is, because if you mess up during any one of these steps, just reset shot and try again. So first, let's get the ball rolling toward the wall. Your first option for this is to boost and drive into the ball, let it hit the front of your car so it rolls off flat toward the wall. The second one is to use a little bit of boost, jump up and hit the top of the ball so that it rolls flat toward the wall. I want you to use either one of those options that you're comfortable with, and after hitting the ball toward the wall, I want you to drive off away from the path of the ball at about a 45-degree angle. This is going to allow you to prepare for the setup of actually hitting the ball off the wall. After hitting the ball toward the wall and driving off at about a 45-degree angle, now we need to practice separating ourselves from the ball. So by the time your car gets to the white line at the bottom of the wall, I want you to be about 2 car lengths away from the ball. Now when the ball reaches the white line at the bottom of the wall, I want you to be driving at the same speed the ball is rolling. Now we're going to combine everything we just learned. So once your car is at a 45-degree angle with the ball, and right before it hits that white line at the bottom of the wall, I want you to give it a little bit of boost and drive into the ball at that exact path. And if you've done your job correctly, the ball should go into the goal without any additional work. Now this tends to be the hardest step for a lot of people, so spend some time here. Now immediately after you hit the ball at the wall, I want you to jump from the wall. And I don't want you to air roll or turn your car in any way. Just try to hit the ball toward the goal and get a clean jump from the wall. Alright guys, so let's leave the ball alone for a minute so we can learn the aerial mechanic. And if you guys don't want to learn this part, well, you can just hit that subscribe button and go ahead and, well, please stay. So what we're going to do here, guys, is turn the ball cam off just for this step, drive up the wall, jump off, and air roll toward the wall you're jumping from, and then try to land flat. Now I'm just going to blow absolute whistle in this step, so you guys have to run wind sprints all around free play working on this mechanic. So drive up every wall, jump off in every direction, and air roll toward the wall you're jumping from, and try to aim your car toward the goal. Now this is where things are going to start to come together. So I want you to repeat this mechanic, flatten out your car, and try to aim your car using boost to your confidence level to get your car into the goal. I want you to repeat this at different parts of the map, jumping from different walls and ending in different goals. This is going to work on your muscle memory and prepare you for the actual mechanic. So to practice the aerial mechanic further and make it more realistic, we're going to go to training, custom, browse, and scroll down to JRL. Let this thing load up, guys, and feel free to air dribble this straight into the goal, since you obviously know how to do that from my last tutorial now, or just get a free clip, however you want to. Now that you know how to set up the ball from part 1, we're going to spend some time in module 2 and let JRL set up the ball for us so that we can just work on the aerial mechanic itself. So just as a reminder for the setup and exactly what you want to do here, right after you hit the ball, you want to jump off the wall. Then you want to air roll your car toward the wall you're jumping from until it's flat, and then steer until your car using some boost to try to get a follow-up touch on the ball. Spend some time on this step and don't move on until you can get at least 2 touches on the ball before scoring without it bouncing on the ground. Now, as you get more confident, you can incorporate mechanics like air roll to carry the ball even further and make it harder to read for your opponents. Now for your final test, guys, I want you to go back into free play and then set it up like we learned in part 1 and use the aerial mechanic that we learned in part 2 with JRL and try to score with no bounce and at least 1 touch. Now, before you blow up my comment section saying these tips are garbage and now you're silver 3 again after watching this video, let's go over some common mistakes because chances are if it's not working for you, you're doing at least one of them. The first mistake a lot of people make is not separating themselves from the ball enough so that when they go up the wall and hit the ball, they get no pop, they just kind of float next to it. Second, some people separate themselves too much and overcompensate with boost and get an absolute banger off the wall. Third, a lot of players will hit the ball at the wrong angle, either coming up too much from the side, or they'll come up too much under the ball, and it'll cause it to hit the ceiling. Finally, when to use boost. So I've learned that if I tap boost right before I go up the wall and tap boost right before hitting the ball, it's the perfect speed for me. Guys, if you want to see another step-by-step tutorial like this, please let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching.